Hello garden friends, and welcome back to my channel, DK's Garden Oasis. I am Debbie. I garden in Zone 6A, the southwest suburbs of Chicago. Today I'm going to take you on a spring garden tour. This year it's been, the weather's really been fluctuating between cold and rainy, around 50 degrees, and then the next day it could be in the high 70s. So I noticed that my spring bulbs, some of them bloomed early and then others were a little later, like they're just starting to bloom now. So everything didn't bloom at the same time like I wanted to for a nice garden tour. So I'm going to be showing you pictures of the things that bloomed early, and then I'll still take you around and show you what's blooming now. Also, I did plant some bulbs in my raised beds and some square containers that are a little bit off the ground. Not one came up in the raised beds, the squares that I have above the ground. I'm not sure if they rotted or what happened to them. But yeah, and I also noticed a lot of them that I planted last year, even the daffodils, did not come up, or they were very, very tiny. I'll show you a couple of the tulips that are very small. So maybe I just got a bad batch. I won't probably be planting any more fall bulbs this year. So let's take that tour now and see what I have blooming. Okay, so here we have some tulips, and this is the second round of them. The first ones you'll see in pictures are just the plain pink and white, and then these are fringed, and then there's alliums that grow after that. Then I've got a new peony here. That's a smoke bush, some Rosa Sharon, some yarrow, the butterfly bush behind that. You can see the brown is not blooming yet. This is the last of the daffodils. I have a lemon balm here, but I might be pulling that. And not sure, but these could be, I'm hoping these are Rebecca that came up this year, so hopefully that's happening. Oh, and back here I just want to show you I planted some saponaria and some zinnias all throughout here, so those will be coming up. You'll probably see those in the next garden tour. More Rosa Sharon, a 9-bark. I have a maple here that's getting big. It's definitely taller than me now. And this is a 7-flower tree or bush. It's really pretty in the late summer. It has white flowers that turn pink that the pollinators love. This will be my first peony that's going to bloom. You can see the buds here, but it hasn't quite bloomed yet. And more Rosa Sharon tree. My honeysuckle is just starting to bloom. The hummingbirds are here, so they will be going for that. I have some bee balms started, allium. Way too many lilies of the valley. I'm gonna have to pull these. If you do have lilies of the valley, this is what happens. They just spread everywhere. They're pretty, but I don't need that many. It's kind of taken over the garden. And then I do have a couple of lilies here, but they're not in bloom yet. Another peony. Rosa Sharon's here. This is my pollinator area. That's a root plant. There's coneflowers, and that will be in bloom probably in the summer tour, but I have a lot more weeding to do. I did weed this area and put mulch down. You can see all the mulch that I have to do here. So I ended right over here by the tree, and I have to do these 2 sections. So let me take you around to the other part. This is a beautiful quince, this orange red flower. It's absolutely gorgeous in the spring. And then I have a few lilies and daffodils over here. Again, I had some daffodils that I put in, new ones, but I mean, I have a couple here, but they didn't get as prolific as I hope. So let's go up here, and I want to show you. You can see I've got my veggie pod. I planted dill for the black swallowtails, and those butterflies are starting to come out of hibernation, so I'll have some dill and fennel for them. These are just all of my plants that I'm going to be putting in my pots. This was a fail. I put daffodils in here. Not one came up, not one. So I'm going to reuse this soil, fill up these 2 garden beds, and I'm going to be taking the fence to my farm garden because, as I told you, I have another plot. I did get a couple of tulips, but you could see not many. If you can see, there's just 2 tiny ones. I'm not sure what's going on. And this is all my winter sowing. So I just opened up all of the milk jugs so they could grow on. It's warm enough now. There is my 1 tulip, and do you see how small that one is? I'm not sure what is going on. Again, this is my crabapple garden, catmint, my almond tree or bush. I have a peony, lots of hostas, and my poor tree. You can see it's pretty well dead, so we're going to have to do a hard prune on this and see if it'll be fine for 1 more year. If not, it will be coming down next year. I do have some lavender in here and some ferns, and I do have some salvia in here. I do have a lily on the far end over there, and this is a hydrangea that's just coming up right now. Here's the front. My color theme is not red and white, but I couldn't pass this up from Costco. I got a mandevilla, and it's 2 colors. I'm going to repot that. It's just so pretty, and the hummingbirds I know will love it. So here's all of my flowers that I'm going to be doing in pots this year. My color theme is jewel tone, so reds, yellows, lavenders, pinks. This is the last of my spring pots, so sort of this color theme, this little mauve color, yellow and white. There's another hanging basket that I have over there, and then you can see I bought quite a few sedums that I'm going to be putting in. That's great greenery that you can see year round, and then it has great fall blooms. That 1 hosta is over there. I do buy 1 hosta a year. The milkweed is coming up there. It looks like that's the only place it's growing. I had some throughout this part, but not this year. So that looks like the only milkweed that I'll have. And I will show you the front. Now again, excuse all the weeds, but I'll just show you the status of what it looks like right now. So here we are in the front again. Excuse all the stickery weeds. I got to get to those. I have hydrangeas here. This is a cherry tree that's getting a little big. I'm going to be putting some sun patience right here, some red sun patience. I have a couple leftover tulips, and I had some yellow ones as well, and again you'll see those pictures. This is the must be the late daffodils. These are the only ones that are blooming right now. And a beautiful purple, dark purple lily. And that's about it. I know you could see over there is my hummingbird lane. I put my new hummingbird pole up, and I did see them on my camera. If you're interested in what that is, it's Bird Buddy, and you can check on your phone and it notifies you when there's something on the camera, so it's really cool. I have a hummingbird one, and right next to it, the blue one, is a bird camera. So I have both of those, and again, lots of cleanup to do this year. But that's it. That is my spring garden tour. Not much to see right now. Like I said, this season was kind of a little bit weird. But the next garden tour, I'm sure you're going to see a lot of growth, and everything will be all cleaned up. Thanks for coming along on my spring garden tour. I will be having some upcoming videos on my Amaryllis. I planted Amaryllis back in November, and I'll link that above that link. And I will do a short video on those blooms. Those were absolutely gorgeous, every one of them. Last year I planted those in the ground in my garden here, and they did very well. In fact, I have side shoots for baby Amaryllis, and the bulbs are just huge. What I'm going to be doing this year is bringing those over to my farm garden, and I did get an extra plot for flowers, so I'll be planting my dahlias, and I also have some gladiolas that I'll be planting over there. So one will be just vegetables and the other one will be flowers. So stay tuned for that. And also I'm going to be having a short video on my green stalk. I'm going to be growing baby greens in those. So lots of gardening coming up. I have all my proven winners outside. I'll show you that in a minute. So I'm going to be planting all my pots. So a lot more videos to come. So stay tuned. Have a wonderful Mother's Day, and thanks for watching. Happy gardening. Bye-bye.